Jai Sri Krishna. First time in English in simple story form. Purans. Sri Harivansh Puran. Kaushik brothers' journey through birth, rebirth to Kampilya in their seventh birth. Episode 14. Markandeya recounts an intriguing episode involving 7 swans who had immersed themselves in the practice of Yoga Dharma. Their names were Padmagarbha, Arvindaksha, Ksheergarbha, Sulochana, Urubindu, Subindu, and Hemgarbha. To cleanse and renew themselves, these swans subsisted solely on water and air, allowing their bodies to dry and refresh. During this time, Vibhraj, the enlightened ruler of Paurvanshi dynasty, wandered through the forest with his queens. As he travelled, his radiant presence spread an aura of wisdom and peace. When he encountered the swans, deeply immersed in their yogic discipline, Vibhraj was struck by profound realization. He thought to himself, if these birds can dedicate themselves to yoga, how is it that I, a human being, am not practicing it myself? This reflection filled him with sadness, realizing that he had been neglecting a vital part of his own spiritual journey. Vibhraj returned to his city with a heavy heart, resolved to seek a path of greater self-discipline and enlightenment. King Vibhraj had a deeply spiritual son named Anu. To unite their families and strengthen the bond of devotion, Shuka, a revered figure, had promised his daughter, the remarkable Pivri, to Anu. Pivri was not only a dedicated yogini, but also a wife and mother devoted to the yogic path. With a sense of deep purpose, King Vibhraj appointed Anu as the new ruler and set off on a personal quest for enlightenment. He journeyed to the serene lake where the enlightened swans resided. There he began a rigorous penance, subsisting solely on air as he meditated by the lakeside. His goal was to prove that if he were born as the son of these revered swans, he too could achieve the heights of Yoga Dharma. Vibhraj's intense devotion and steadfast penance transformed the surrounding forest, filling it with a radiant aura of spiritual energy. During this period of heightened purity and discipline, the swans, sensing the culmination of their own spiritual journey, peacefully left their physical forms at the lake, marking a poignant moment of completion in their yogic lives. The 7 swans, after leaving their physical form at the lake, were reborn in the bustling city of Kampilya with names such as Brahmadatta. Among them, 4 retained memories of their previous lives, while 3 were cursed and lost this knowledge. Swatantra was reborn as Brahmadatta, the son of King Anu. Vab, Ravya and Vatsa were 2 of the ministers and learned Brahmins in Anu's court. Born in the same family of Brahmin ministers, the 5th among the brothers took the name Panchal in his 7th birth. Known for his expertise in the Rig Veda, Panchal became a respected acharya or priest. The 6th swan from the previous life emerged as Kandarik, a renowned figure for his singing of the Kandarik verses, blending the Samved and Yajurved traditions. Brahmadatta, gifted with the unique ability to understand the speech of all living beings, formed a close friendship with Panchal and Kandarik. Together, they immersed themselves in the religious and worldly pursuits of their time, influenced by their desires. Despite their spiritual heritage, they became deeply involved in the practical aspects of religion, wealth, and work, mastering these domains due to the favorable karma for their past lives. After the coronation of his son Brahmadatta, King Anu dedicated himself to a life of deep spiritual practice, ultimately reaching the pinnacle of enlightenment through yoga. In his new role, Brahmadatta married Sananti, the daughter of Asit Deval, further cementing his position as a wise and powerful ruler. In their latest incarnations, the seven swans found new paths. The fifth swan was reborn as Panchik, and the sixth as Kandrik, and the seventh as Brahmadatta. The remaining four swans, previously his royal companions, were born as brothers into a modest Shrotriya family in Kampilya city. Despite their impoverished circumstances, they devoted their lives to studying the four Vedas, diligently pursuing knowledge and spiritual growth. Their commitment to the Vedic teachings reflected their deep rooted dedication to the spiritual quest they had embarked upon across lifetimes. In their new lives, the four brothers from the Shrotriya family, having retained their past lives' spirit of renunciation, sought to embark on a path of asceticism. Before they could leave for the forest, they approached their father to seek his blessings. Their father, concerned about their departure, expressed his worries, saying, "If you leave me behind to fend for myself in poverty, it would be unrighteous. How can you abandon me without any means of support?" The brothers, committed to finding a solution, reassured their father. "We will ensure that you are well taken care of," they said. "Go to the king Brahmadatta and his ministers and recite this important verse, Saptavyadha Dasharneshu." Upon hearing this, the king will provide you with all the food and resources you need. With this promise, the brothers received their father's blessings and set off for the forest, ready to immerse themselves in the practice of Yoga Dharma. They devoted themselves to their spiritual quest, ultimately achieving blissful salvation. Meanwhile, their father, following their advice, met with King Brahmadatta, who graciously fulfilled his needs, ensuring that the family was well provided for. Jai Sri Krishna. In the next episode, we will listen about birth of Vibhrajan as the son of Brahmadatta. Episode 15. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe.